Hey, what's up? Tony Lane coming at you again from beautiful Lake Havasu. Hey, on social media, I got a few questions regarding bed fishing. So I'm going to take the next 6 minutes and talk about some tips and tricks that I use to put some fish in the boat. See what I'm doing? I'm going down the bank, top speed with the trolling motor. You're going to be out there from 8 to 10 hours every day. Number one, you better have some good batteries. I use these Optimal Blue Tops. They last me all day, no drama. Let's talk about tackle. If you can get away with it, just use some heavy duty tackle. High speed reel, 20-pound test fluorocarbon line. I like a 7'6" flipping stick, heavy action. Again, if I can get away with it. Most of the time when you're out here catching smallmouth, you're not going to need heavy tackle. But right about this time of year, the largemouth started coming up, and they tend to spawn around structure, bushes, pilings, habitat, things like that. So you need some heavier lines sometimes to get them out of there. But again, smallmouth, they're thugs. They put a bed anywhere they feel like it, open water, and all you got to do is look for these dark circles and drop in on them. And a little bit later, we'll talk about some of the tackle that I use to catch smallmouth. There's a good one right there. And that right there was on 20-pound test fluorocarbon. Another good fish, Lake Havasu bed fishing. Now I'm going to talk about smallmouth specific. Again, smallmouth are thugs. They will just put a bed anywhere they feel like it. In the channel, under the bridge, next to a dock, it doesn't matter. So again, for catching smallmouth, sometimes you could get away with some finesse tackle. I like a spinning rod, and I'll talk about it here in a minute. It's a 7'3" Daiwa Tatula Elite Series spinning rod. I use the same rod to throw underspins and shaky heads and Cinco sometime. But I like this rod, and you know, I pair it up with a high-speed reel. You know, the better, the faster the reel, the better in smallmouth cases. Because when you set the hook, a lot of times they swim right at you as fast as they could go, and you got to catch up to them. Daiwa J braid, gotta have it. I use a 10 to 15-pound test J braid on my spinning reels. They make two different kinds. They make an 8-strand and a 4-strand. I like the 8-strand for spinning reels. It's a little bit more manageable, and you know, it's just better for spinning reels. Take a look at this one. This was a good one. And this was a largemouth. I don't want to spoil it, but look at this thing jump. And there you go. That's okay, because 10 minutes later I went back, and you'll see in a couple clips from now I ended up catching that fish. The thing I want to point out here is look how stable my boat is right now. You know, I got a 20-foot Ranger, I got a big boat, but you got to have power poles if you want to effectively catch these bed fish. You know, you power pole down, you can take your time, it doesn't spook the fish, no noise from your trolling motor, you know, your electronics are turned off. It's just an absolute must when you're out here bed fishing to do it effectively, to have some power poles. And here's another good fish, you know, on a spinning rod. Again, if you look at the background, smallmouth don't need structure or cover to spawn. All they need is some sand and some gravel. And you know, I'm going to talk about polarized glasses and how important that is in a few minutes. But you just go down the bank and you look for dark spots, and most of the time you catch one like this off of a smallmouth bed. And here we go. This is that fish that jumped off and punked me a little while ago. You know, let them wait 10-15 minutes, come back, and the male and the female were both on the bed. And here we go. Here's the result. Got you. And again, look how stable my boat is right now with those power poles down. Yeah, you can get away with just one power pole, but you know, if you can afford it and you really like the bass fish, especially if you're a tournament fisherman, if you don't have 2 power poles, you're really at a disadvantage. You know, to guys like me. I mean, and look at this shot right here. It's like I'm fishing on a dock right here, and the fish, you know, once you power pole down and you're quiet, you know, they get comfortable, and it seems that they bite off of beds a little bit faster when you're quiet and your power poles are deployed. As you can see, I got on a big floppy hat. I got on some polarized sunglasses. Let's talk about that for a minute. You know, polarized sunglasses are probably the most important thing when you're out here bed fishing. You got to be able to see in the water. Here's a good example right here. The one on the right is what you see with polarized glasses on. You know, and to do it correctly, you got to have two pairs. I use this pair right here with the gray lenses for bright skies. And then I got one with bronze lenses for when it's cloudy and low light. To do it effectively, you got to have two pairs. I mean, if you look at the background, look at the sky right now. This was, 7 hours of fishing today on this video, and the conditions kept changing. So I kept changing sunglasses. It really makes a big difference on these low light situations. If you put that bronze lens, you can see in the water better. There you go, another good one. Hopefully these tips and tricks can help you catch more fish. Any questions? Hit me up on social media just like usual. Tony Lane, teamblinkfishing.com.